Hey guys, Danny here on a Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to my new subscribers. Wow. Thank you for joining in. Okay, so first off, before I get into the reading, you guys rock. All the comments, all of the understanding that you brought forth, I really appreciate it. A lot of times I don't remember what I say in a reading, and so a lot of you commented, don't beat yourself up. I'm like, oh, did I? I might have. I just felt so bad that I would waste somebody's time like Linda's. And I mean, she's so great. And I think that was it. And did we really waste time? Well, it wasn't a waste of time for me, for sure. And I don't think it was for her, but still, somebody that busy, and she gives so much to the community, I would just rather have it go smooth. However, as some of you said, maybe you said something stupid and it shouldn't have been on the air. There's a good possibility of that. So anyway, we'll do it again sometime. It won't be this week, but later on. I've got some things going on this week, so I'm going to be not recording as much as I would like to, I think. It's really crazy out there. I mean, just the energy is palpable. And so I highly suggest, as I've always had, just to step away from things. We have a new full moon coming up. I keep getting those terms mixed up. We have a full moon coming up. We got a lot of planetary stuff coming up, a lot of new awareness. We're shifting from an old way into a new way of being. We're shifting into, in my awareness, the divine feminine. And as many of you all comment when I mention that, it's a balance. It's not just, oh, we got the old white guy rule and now it's going to switch over to the divine feminine and now we're going to have a bunch of Amazons running the country. Excuse me. We're going to have a bunch of Amazons running the country or running the world. I don't know. Would that be bad? But it's going to be a balance. So, and I can go into why I think that and all that, but, hang on. Okay, I had to get my thoughts together. I get so scattered sometimes. Lately, really scattered. Okay, so what is going on in this time that we're in? As we're shifting from the old white dude to the divine feminine. Those old white guys, speaking from experience, are really hanging on. I mean, for dear life. Oh my gosh, we're going to lose our financial institutions. Oh my gosh, we're going to lose our power. We're going to lose our old white dude status. Yeah, and I mean, we'll figure this out as we move forward. It's not going to be this just huge shift like a big earthquake, and well, unless you live in earthquake country or Florida, then you've got a whole, it's like, holy crap, but you have people helping, you have community helping. The thing that I love seeing is no matter what happens, when the crap hits the fan, everybody comes together. I don't care if you're MAGA or if you're super liberal. We get together and we fix it, and we become a better human being. So there's a lot less in my world, a lot less pushback on who's right and who's wrong. So where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? I pulled some cards before I came on. And I'm using the, oh, where is it? Where is it? Through the Eyes of Soul and my Starseed Oracle deck. What is going on today? Through the Eyes of Soul. And I love this card. Oh my gosh. Start anew, begin again. So this is where, and she's holding up the world. We have this mermaid, this divine feminine aspect of healing water. We have the dolphins, the sound of the dolphins, the vibration, the changing the DNA structure. When we hear dolphins underwater, it sometimes the pitch is so high that you really can't hear it, but it does affect us. It does change. I've had the honor of swimming with wild dolphins. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It is magical. So special. I have not had the honor of swimming with mermaids. My neighbor down the street, she has a bumper sticker on her car, and she goes, "I'm still pissed I didn't come back as a mermaid." I love it. All right, so start anew, begin again, healing waters of dolphin energy and changing some level in our makeup with sound. And then we get move away from a difficult situation. And we get Mount Shasta again. We get the stag. We get the lily here. And it feels like with this card is to trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. As we heal, we move away from this difficult situation. During the healing process, there is a lot of positive and a lot of holding on. You can't heal if you're holding on so tight to what you want to hold on to. Well, that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. You know, if we have a loss or something, and we're hanging on to it. I want it back. I want it back. I want it back. You're not gonna be able to heal. But when you let it go, and then you feel that release, I don't know. Does that make sense? Okay, let's move on. This is the one that threw me. Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Starkeeper. We are from a lineage of star beings. This card suggests that we can tap into the higher realms, the star guardians, the star keepers, our star ancestry, and still be here on the earth. Stay grounded, as well as make sure that you're watching out. You're a star keeper. I'm like, ooh, okay. And then here, the second card I got is create, activate your DNA. Kind of blew me away because I was just talking about it here. And then the last card I get, which I love this card, the Void. This is all about creation. This is all about the cosmic womb. And it says, stop, embrace winter. In the northern part of the hemisphere, we are going into winter. We're embrace the review, embrace. Hopefully, we've set up enough storage so that we can hang out in the winter. So, embrace this void. Embrace this change that we're going through. Spring's coming. New plants. All right, all right. Okay. All right, all right. Putting the cards away. Let's take a look at Mr. Pumpkinhead's health. Some people, especially my new subscribers, may not know, where did you get Mr. Pumpkinhead from? Well, I got it from the Halloween deck. Yeah, and I do have my cheat sheet, so I know that pumpkins are pentacles, ghosts are cups, bats are swords, and imps are wands. So we have a little fun with this. It gets a little crazy, and I thought, well, this is perfect for Mr. Pumpkinhead. If I pull an ace of pumpkins out, you will see that he has candy canes and sugar flying out of his head. It's kind of like his mental acuity. And it's just not today where it's been all over the place. Or recently. This has been going on for years. So let's just do a little Halloween deck. It's getting to be that time. Favorite time of the year. And see what we get for Mr. Pumpkinhead's health. All right. Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Psychic Duck says hello back. Psychic Duck voted. Yeah, I put a sign up on my community page, and it's that old 50s style poster where a woman rolls up her sleeve and does that. And it was, yes, we can. And it's Kamala Harris. Yes, we can. So, and I've been getting a lot of comments on that too, where people are saying, yeah, we're voting. A lot less Trump signs. We got one big one down the street where it goes, don't believe the lie. And I'm thinking to myself, did they even watch the economic Bloomberg video interview? Wow. Wow. What about the Detroit? Detroit's a crappy city. Oh my God. And then he brought it up again. And I think, I don't know where he is. The one where he stopped for 38 minutes to dance. And one of the things that I heard on that was he used to do that when he was president, when he was in the White House. When things would get a little crazy, he'd go, okay, just stop. Let's just play some music. And when I look at that, I'm going, and I don't know if this is true or not, but go, isn't that a sign of dementia or something? I know, I think he's going there. I mean, I don't know. Psychic Duck knows. But Psychic Duck goes, when are you going to believe me? When are you going to stop doubting me? Sorry. So sensitive. Very sensitive. Okay. All right, so let's just take a look at his health. My wife says he is not, she just keeps seeing him not around. So many other psychics are seeing the same thing. Timing is not one of the strong suits for readers, at least the ones I know. Excuse me. It feels like we get it right, but sometimes it takes a while before it comes to fruition. A lot of the stuff that I was talking about, that my guides were showing me with the cards, is coming true now. A lot of the Republicans, I feel like, are how can they agree to that this guy is making any sense? So let's just take a look. How How's he doing? Mr. Pumpkinhead. How are you doing till the end of when we get to November or January? Depends on who you listen to. If you listen to him, we're voting January 5th. Did you see Georgia? Whoa! So their voting started. The early voting started. Lines around the block. I think the last time I looked, they had 300,000 people voting in Georgia. Yes, we can. And a couple of big things happened with Alabama and Georgia, legal things that were good for voters. So Georgia and Alabama are going to try to suppress the vote. And they had some things in place. And the court said, nah, if you want to do this, do it next election cycle when we have time to set everything up. But you can't change the way how we're voting and how ballots are counted at this late game. You know, you need to have a plan. Ooh, plan. Why did I see the Ace of Pentacles with Mr. Pumpkinhead? Just, anyway. Ooh. All right, let's see where we go. Mr. Pumpkinhead's health. Oh, not good. Five of pumpkins. So, the Five of Pentacles. This is loss. This is devastation. This is he's not making. He doesn't have the money. And look, he's dragging his poor son or something, and the kid dropped his little candy, and the kid's going, "Hey, I want my candy. I want my candy." And the guy goes, "No." Oh, it's J.D. Vance. He's got a cat on his shoulder. And so he's like, "Come on, we're taking the cats, and we're leaving. I want my candy." Ooh. 8 of bats. Eight of imps, I'm sorry. 8 of imps. Yikes. Yikes. 8 of wands. Things coming kind of fast here. Of course, we get the devil energy tied to some kind of addiction. Addictions. Somebody was saying that his meds are off. That Ronnie Jackson wasn't keeping his meds right. I don't know. Is Ronnie Jackson still his doctor? It's so funny that, not funny, haha. It's so sad that, you know, when Kamala releases her medical review, Trump won't, but then he bashes Harris and says, you know, her hay fever is a disqualification to be president. What about your drug intake? For entertainment only. In the past, we have the sun. We have the illumination. Something coming from the past coming out? Or is it it was good times in the past. Not so much. Let's see what the... Ooh, 9 of ghosts. 9 of ghosts. This is the 9 of cups. This is kind of the wish card up there. Let's see what else we got going. Oh, his world is upside down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know, he kind of got his wish with all the... This is what I'm thinking. I go, what is the wish that he get? He's going, yeah, I got it all. It's all... He got his wish with delay, delay, delay. And now it's coming back to bite him. That's what I thought when I... Not Biden. Bite him. That's what I thought with this. This wish card. It's like, He's got, isn't Tanya Chutkin about ready to release Jack Smith's more documents on Thursday? I think. Let's see. Keeping going forward. Ooh, we got the Four of Bats. Four of Swords internally. Not well. Not well. This is not a good... You don't want to see this card when you're going, how's my health? Well, that's not a good one to see. Look, it's Mr. Pumpkinhead. They closed his head up. They put all his sugar back in his head. Externally, the Ace of Bats. This is the harsh truth. This is the sword of justice. It feels like with this card reminds me a little bit of the Hanged Man. So with every deck I use, it you know, even though I can read it traditionally like the Rider-Waite, I use a lot of the imagery and the energy of the card. This feels a lot like the Hanged Man. It feels like, yeah, we're just hanging on. We're just waiting. It's not ready to slice and dice this Ace of Swords, this Ace of Bats. Hopes and fears. King of Imps. This King of Imps, this King of Wands, this King of Information. You may want to, you may want to fear that. That's my Jack Smith card, even though I transpose Jack Smith with the King of Swords too, as well, because Jack Smith is bringing a lot of information, and then he's like really getting it too. And final outcome, we have the Four of Pumpkins. This goes back to the Five of Pumpkins. He's hanging on. He's hanging on barely. Barely. It's a restriction card. It's a holding on card. It's watch how you spend your money card. He's still got the Magician. He's still pulling a rabbit out of his hat, so I think he's still going to be around. But yikes. Again, King of Swords, King of Bats is right there. He's got major legal issues. I don't know if you guys have heard this before. Breaking news. How sick am I of all this? Breaking news. Oh, my God. You know, even my favorite podcasters are doing it. And I'm like, oh, please, no. Come on. You get that ABC News. Dun, 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 dun. Mr. Pumpkinhead. We have a celebration. That's breaking news. Celebration. Three of Ghosts. This is the Divine Feminine dancing in the sky. All right, let's look at the underlying. He a little cray. He's a little cray. We have the Ace of Ghosts, the Ace of Cups, new emotional start. We have the Six of Bats, Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. See, I don't think he's going to stay there. I think we have a new emotional beginning. This is his reading. He has a new emotional start. Maybe he's just like in a hospital bed, hooked up to an IV. It's all going to be okay. Listening to Pavarotti. La, 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 la. And both of those, oh, Celine Dion, did you see that? When he was playing the Titanic song. She goes, really? That song? Cease and desist. All these artists that he played, they said, hell no. Cease and desist. Don't. The only ones that I don't know if they did or not was Prince and Sinead O'Connor, because they're dead. So he plays dead people's music so that they won't come back at him. Let me tell you something. I heard you, Psychic Duck. He goes, don't mess with spooks. They'll come back and get you. Don't mess with the ghosts. Page of Pumpkins. And what's... Yeah, there's the High Priestess. Okay, we'll go one more. Tower moment. Something is coming up. There's a big battle with him, right? Big battle that's coming into the Republican Party. That's what I saw when I pulled the Tower and I looked at the next card and it was the Five of Wands. So I think that they're looking at, the Republican Party is looking at him and going, what do we do? Where do we go from here? And where do they go? I don't think if they pull him, they can put anybody else in. I mean, is it J.D. Vance? I don't know. I don't know how that is. Let's just look. What is going on behind the scenes? Clearly, you know, when I was looking at the news clips on him swaying to the music, I went, oh, that's bad. And I'm listening to, you know, BTC, Brian Tyler Cohen. He's now getting to be one of those guys. Breaking news. The other one was, I guess it was MSNBC with Nicole, and I'm watching it on YouTube, so I just get a clip of it. And I'm like, wow, he's gone. And then I watched the PBS, because that's where I normally get my news. I watched the PBS version of it, and I went, oh, well, now you can kind of see what was going on. So there was a guy who fainted in the room. Obviously, it was really hot there. I don't know why they didn't have AC on. Some people goes, well, he was too cheap to pay for it. I'm like, oh, come on now. I mean, that would be like as stupid as not paying to have transportation for the people that you took to Coachella. I mean, round trip, just one-way trip to Coachella. You know how hot it is in Coachella? It's hot as hell. So in my mind, I hear you. Psychic Duck, I'm hearing him. So in my mind, Trump took these people to hell and left them there. For entertainment only. And again, in this Q&A that he was going to have, no AC. So one person passed out, and so they go, oh, hey, we need some help here. We need some help. And so while the EMTs, the paramedic, first responders were helping, he goes, hey, play some music. Let's just get things calm. And I go, oh, okay. All right, I guess I can see that. And then the other guy passed out, and then he just kept the music playing. And he goes, I don't want to answer any more questions. I go, okay, that's weird. The first one I can kind of see, I can go, okay, I'm making sense out of this a little bit. A little bit. All right. What is the Republican Party? What are the people behind the scenes thinking of this? What are the Peter Thiels thinking? The Bloomberg article, interview went off the rails. What do you think about breaking up Google? You know, I'm still worried about the judges. I'm still thinking about what the judges did to me. Yeah, but we're talking about Google. Yeah, but they hurt me. I'm butthurt. Well, what do you think about, your tariffs? They don't seem to add up. Well, I'm very good at math, he says. I'm very good. Well, yes, so are all these businessmen in the room. They're good at math. Billionaires. They know how to count. They have an abacus. What is the sorry, this is a rant. What is the Republican Party thinking about Donald Trump? Woo! All right, I maybe could just stop here. I don't think they're dancing for joy. I think they're thinking someone's a fool. Are they thinking they are foolish? Are they thinking, oh, that was a boneheaded move that we made? No, I don't think that's it. But they're going, uh-oh, we got a fool on our hands. Yee. Wheel of Fortune. So, if this guy had a pumpkin head on it, it would be, I would go, yikes. Okay, so we get the Wheel of Fortune. It's like you never know what you're going to get with this guy. Just spin it, and he's making everybody dizzy. At the base of the reading, we have the King of Ghosts. This is my Joe Biden calming card. They're trying to figure out, how do we get this guy more level? How do we get him to a king level of calmness, right? Joe Biden he was the king of calm. I mean, yeah, I know he's a Scorpio, so not so much the king, but when he came in, we all went, whoo, yeah, thank you. The Republican Party is trying to figure out how to get Trump, because that's not what he is. That's not his brand, but how do we get him to stay focused so he isn't so foolish? We have the King of Pumpkins, and I normally don't read these reversed, but this one did come out reversed. King of Pumpkins, giving and receiving, reversed. And I think about the Republican Party not giving out money. This is something that we talked about yesterday that you guys didn't hear. For my brain only. And how Laura Trump is going to get into big trouble because she's not giving out the money like she should. Down ballot. Ted Cruz. I heard that I didn't see the debate between him and Colin Allred, but I believe Colin had some comebacks. I believe Cruz kept trying to talk about Colin's trans stand. I don't follow Texas politics, so I don't know. And Allred goes, the only reason you're bringing up transgender issues is because you don't want the women thinking about how you are destroying their health care. And so he kept bringing it back to what Texas is doing for women's rights. Okay, six of pumpkins, giving and receiving. Ted Cruz isn't getting a lot of money from the RNC. At the top of the reading, what are they going to do? What is the Republican Party going to do about Mr. Pumpkinhead? He's at the top of the reading. What are we going to do with this knucklehead? Ay, ay, ay. I mean, just take a look. Take a good look at what's coming out of his head. He's got a little skeleton that's all happy. He's got a little lollipop up here that's swirly, that's like, ooh, man, what's going on here? Way too much sugar. Way too much sugar. And then, hang on. And then we have the Queen of Imps. The Queen of Imps reversed. So we have a lot of information coming out, but it's upside down. The information that's coming out is not logical, not forthright. It's just a little mess. And that cat, the cat that this Queen of Wands, this Queen of Imps has, is upside down. Are we over with the cat lady stuff? I don't think so. The internal position, Two of Pumpkins. Well, if you got the Ace of Pumpkins, they're balancing what pumpkin head do we want to run with. And the cat's looking up at this guy and going, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Meow. Or as someone would say, meowdy. What are you doing? We have the Three of Imps. This is Russia. This is Three of Wands, watching your ship come in, watching your ship go out. Could be overseas information. They're not moving on it. This is not an action card. This is a planning card. And then we have the hopes and fears. And we have the Two of Imps, the Two of Wands. This card almost looks like they're fighting, right? So you have, it looks like it's a pumpkin head, but it's not. Where he is keeping two factions away. So there's the MAGA faction, there's the normal Republican faction, which is more democratic now. The normal Republican faction are voting for Kamala, which is crazy in this mix-up crazy world. Go back to the original metaphysical reading, the higher vibe reading of we're moving into a new direction. Our DNA is shifting. What we think of as far as Republicans and Democrats is shifting. We're blending into one. I think about Lemuria in Atlantis, where Lemuria, the higher vibe place, Atlantis, the warring place. You know, go up to Shasta and you can feel the Lemurians. All right, the final outcome, what? We have the Knight in Shining Armor, the Knight of Cups. This card is getting ready to move. Is it actually? Yeah, it is moving. So we have this hoof up, we have that hoof up, and so you got two hoofs on the ground. It's slowly moving, bringing forth a new message. Knight of Ghosts, Knight in Shining Armor. Got to be careful sometimes. And a clarification card, the Hanged Man. Wow, we get the Hanged Man and the Fool. Yeah. And then, the Hanged Man Emperor. This monster, he's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The Emperor, his brain is over here on his shoulder. Is it his shoulder? No. And the cat's just looking at him going, really? Really? Emperor? You're upside down. You need to look at things from a new perspective. Let me just keep going. We get Justice and one more. And we get the Knight of Bats reversed. Knight of Swords reversed. This is coming in, charging at things. Let's shake things up. Let's just swing for the fences. Let's bring truth, justice. Let's go. They're upside down. Mr. Pumpkinheads. He's on a karmic ride. And these guys are just... I mean, if I had clarity here, it would be great. There's no clarity here. They're trying to pull a rabbit out of their hat. Did I get the Magician card? I did in the first time. But, yeah, they're trying to do something, but... Is that Justice? No, it's the Hangman. The Hangman followed by the Emperor, followed by Justice. Their karmic wheel is spinning in a way that they don't know how to deal with this. It's chaos over there. It's chaos. All right. So let's leave with one Pumpkinhead card for us. Psychic Duck is laughing. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I'm going to be taking a couple of days off. So I've pre-recorded some. I did a show yesterday with Jean, and I'll put that up on my community page too, Sun Psychic Jean. And we were talking metaphysical stuff. It was fun. We had a good time. I like talking to her. She takes it to like this big level. This community is so awesome. You know, we get to learn so much from each other. It's a beautiful thing. So, as we leave, 3 cards from the Halloween deck. We're getting close to Halloween. Lori, Sheila, and I are going to be on the day before Halloween on Sheila's channel. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Okay, 3 cards from the Halloween deck. Ooh, be strong. Be young. All right. Gotta love these cards. So, we have the King of Imps. This is the King of Wands. This is new information coming. But I like that it's the King. Be strong in the information that you bring into yourself. We have the Page of Bats. This is the Page of Swords. It's a young energy. It's bringing forth some truth, some awareness. It's sometimes you got to be careful of this energy because it's so young, it's so new. But what this guy is doing, hang on, I got to look at this a little closer. So he's got something in the bag, I don't know what it is, but he's taking his sunglasses off, he's looking at the truth, he's seeing something that is, and he's looking in the past too. So he's seeing something clearly for the first time as he's looking for the past. I don't know, I go back to the King of Imps, that this big energy, this big information is coming forward. How do we deal with this? And how do we deal with it in a light, young energy? When we're young, we just roll with it. Something happens, we go, yeah, I got it. I'll deal with it. I think that's what this is saying. And then we get the Ace of Ghosts. New emotional start. So we're moving forward. We got this. Don't get caught up in the fear. Don't get caught up in the anxiety. When you get that way, shut it off. Go do something that makes you happy. One of the things I was listening to, my wife does a lot of medical stuff. She watches a lot of YouTube and does a lot of PubMed stuff. So she's always looking at new medical forms because the doctors aren't working for her. She was watching this podcast about pain meds, and this guy goes, we've been doing this research on music. If you're in pain and you listen to music that you like, that you grew up with, music that is really good, maybe not Pavarotti, but that's what Trump was doing, I think. When you listen to music, you don't need it. It's like a pain reliever. You may still need an aspirin. You may still need some of your pain meds, but not as many. So like if you were taking, I remember my brother when he had to get his hip done, he was taking like 4 major Advils, like every 4 hours, just popping them like candy. I mean, ay. So if he would have listened, he's a Grateful Dead guy. If he would have listened to Grateful Dead, maybe he'd only need 2. And if he'd listened to the Byrds, hey, Mr. Spaceman, maybe he wouldn't need any. Thank you guys for watching. Be good. Peace and love.